Hey, you guys. All right, so we're looking at the week of September the 5th until the 11th. Happy Labor Day weekend to everybody. We have a new moon in, what is that? Virgo? Yeah, Virgo season. New moon in Virgo on Monday, Labor Day. And let's check out the energy and see what we're going to be feeling this week. I'm going to start with an archetype. Beauty and grace. Interesting. 6 and 7. All right. It's funny. It's making me think of the Miss United States song from Miss Congeniality. It's probably going to be stuck in my head the rest of the day now. Great. Okay, so this looks like a warning that the energy is going to be energy that makes you feel like you need to push through, push on, persevere, keep going, and you actually need to take some time to yourself to pay attention to what you're feeling, check in with your body, check in with your aura, check in with your energy, and unapologetically take care of yourself. And with these being in reverse, it feels like there's going to be something going on or some sort of internal pressure or force that makes you feel like now is not the time. We got to just push through and keep it moving, right? But yeah, it definitely feels like maybe there's a decision to make, a choice to make between agreeing to a timeline that is going to require you to push through and get results, make something happen right away, or to take a beat, take a moment, and let you give yourself time to line that energy up, to line the resources up, to line the assistance and the help up for what you are trying to take on or what you're trying to do. Maybe there's help coming, but you feel like it's coming too slow and that you need to just jump out there and get everything done on your own timeline, and you're basically attempting to leave spirit behind. I just listened to Marlo's Libra reading last night. She was talking about how we can get so used to, so submerged in our rituals and our manifesting and you know, that sort of thing, that we literally just edge out spirit and we don't leave any space for spirit to lead, you know. And I can't help but see a little bit of that here, what she was talking about. I don't know if she's posted that on her channel yet or if it's just on the network, but I know I saw it on the network last night. So you guys keep an eye out for Marlo's reading if you haven't watched it yet, if you've managed to find me before you've found hers. Yeah, it's definitely, if it's reading like a not a warning like something horrible is going to happen if you don't, but it's more like a warning of like guidance, like this is what you would want fortune telling wise. Like if you watch this at the end of the month, you're going to wish you would have watched it at the beginning. That's what I'm getting here. It's definitely foretelling the piece, the key that we're all going to need to pay attention to. And it doesn't just feel like it's over the span of this week. This is covering a bigger span of time than just this week. But whatever it is that you the catalyst, the signing on, the making the agreement with someone is definitely going to be something that happens this week, and then you're going to be locked into that energy and have to keep an awareness of what's going on with yourself, keep an internal focus on what's going on with you. I was just telling a client yesterday that it's really important to implement a resting schedule, to have something to balance how hard you're working depending on what type you are. A generator is going to need a different resting schedule than a manifester. Manifester is going to need a different resting schedule than a projector. But everybody needs some sort of a resting schedule in place just as much as you need your hustling, get in money, whatever, get to the bag, secure the bag schedule, okay? So for generators this week, I feel like we got this last week. If it wasn't last week, it was very, very recently. So that's what I was seeing about you're signing up for something, you're agreeing to something, you're promising something, results to come through for somebody, and there's a tendency to put that ahead of your own health, of your own sleep, of your own needs. And the other half of that message from last week of us getting a download, it looks like if you are so submerged in this responsibility, in this task, in this checking things, you know, off of the list, you're going to run the risk of missing the pieces falling into place for you to decode that message that you got. Manifesting generators, it's going to have something to do with your relationships. It's going to be about that significant other. It's going to be about calling in a significant other, or it's going to be about the person who is important in your life right now. With this one connecting to the 6, it could also be that you get into an argument with this person or someone significant, somebody who you feel like has power in your life. It's a disagreement with somebody who you feel like has power either over you or power to make decisions in your life, something like that. And it could be, oh my goodness, this looks very literal right now. This looks very literal right now. It actually looks like the signs and the decoder ring of the message that you got, intuitive hit, download, dream, whatever it was you got last week, it's right in front of you. But because you had a feeling of dread or fear or anxiety when you got that message, and this seems like it's pinging on that same vibration, you are looking for it to be anything else. So you're probably watching everybody's reading, you're asking everybody you know, you're searching for, a way to make it be something else. But the message here is saying, take a breath and reconsider what other meanings that outcome could lead to. What other opportunities, what other outcomes could come from that. So it's like, say for instance, you got an intuitive hit about your car, right? It broke down, and that is something that you just do not have time to deal with right now. Like, that's the worst opportunity, this is the worst time that your car could have possibly chosen to go out, right? And the intuitive hit was that the car is done, right? So now in reality this week, something happens where your car is making a noise, or maybe it's sputtering when you're trying to start it up, and you're like, oh no, this means that the car is done, right? This message also means that just because the car is done doesn't mean that what you're assuming comes after that is what's going to come after that, right? There could be factors that you don't know about that come in. And I love it when I see this in a reading, because usually someone will come to me and be like, dude, you didn't know what you do. So if you guys experience that, please drop me a comment or hit me up and let me know. But I feel like it's going to be something like that. Like, you're expecting a certain thing, and it's got you blocking your energy in a vibration of fear. And once you actually take a breath and look at it from a different perspective, you'll see that you missed something initially. All right, so for manifestors, I think we actually have an activation in this gate this week. I mean, in the whole channel this week. So it's definitely going to be about synchronicities, about things coming together. And it's likely it's coming together just the way you wanted it to, but it's involving people that you rather not deal with, is what I'm seeing for the manifestors. But you got to find a way to table that, work through it anyways. Beauty and grace, guys. So for Projectors, projectors are calling in abundance of spirit. So you might feel like you've gotten several different intuitive hits. Maybe you've gotten several different, or you got the message in several different ways. Like maybe you had an open vision and a dream and you're seeing signs everywhere, right? So, don't ever overestimate or underestimate the power of, don't ever underestimate the power of taking a sign as your connection to spirit right now, and that's it. Instead of trying to read into, oh my goodness, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Looking up all these different places, things that it could mean, oh, I'm seeing all of these, repeating numbers on license plates everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. What does it mean? What does it mean? You can Google what angel number 555-333-222 means, or you can make the decision to see that as a signal that right now, in this moment, you are in alignment. You are in connection with spirit. You are looking in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. And just keep your heart open and see what happens, right? But I definitely, when I turned that over, it wasn't necessarily overwhelmed. It was just kind of like a spike of anxiety, but it could have been like excitement anxiety. I don't know. But it definitely felt like you've probably noticed several things where we were talking about, oh, you're going to get a message, you're going to get a massive download. Projectors are probably feeling like they got messages pertaining to a lot of different things in their life. But there's no danger in getting it wrong. There's no danger in not getting understanding the message, as long as you just are open and as long as you're not making decisions in fear. Tuning into your inner authority and letting that guide you instead of using your mental energy that is not as reliable. It's not as connected to your soul, to your true self, as your inner authority is. It's more likely conditioned by things that you've experienced and other people. So definitely for projectors, I feel like it's going to be a very imperative week to try and connect and stay connected as much as you can with the signals and the messages that are coming from your inner authority. All right, and for reflectors, we got the Gate 8. This is a beautiful card. I don't think I've ever gotten this one. That's pretty cool. So the Gate 8 has to do with leadership. It connects to the 1. So I feel like, I'm hearing the word railroaded. I feel like reflectors feel like they are getting pushed aside, pushed out of something that is valuable or important to them, either by new leadership or because their leadership style is different than what everyone was expecting. And I feel like instead of taking it personally, the grace and beauty cards are what we got to look to for that. There's definitely going to be a re-evaluation of your contribution to the project, reflectors. So don't even worry about it for now. Stay the path, stay the course, do what you were going to do, even if it looks like passive leadership or what have you. Let that other person take on the responsibility of dragging everybody in their direction and continue with what you're doing, because you were on the right track in the first place. is what I feel like. I feel like it's somebody else that's refusing to see and not the reflector. All right. So that is the message for the week. I'm actually excited to see how this all plays out, because I did get a message. And so, yeah, it's really exciting. It's really exciting. I hope you guys are excited too. And I will look forward to seeing you back here again next week. Bye now. It's just you.